Yeah. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. And I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure y'all come in and smash the like button. The real is back. Best in the business. And it's not even close. You dig? Julio, what's up? Kenya B said it best. Get the mother sucking likes up. How many times do I have to tell you this? Alexa, stop. This is what I do. This is what I do. Shout out to Sir. Somebody done burned Gervonta's block. It hasn't even been 24 hours and they burned the man block. We gonna talk about it. But I need to see a whole lot more likes. Cremo says, whoever burned that man new properties definitely hate their own people. Absolutely. I mean, that's unheard of. You have to be a low down, dirty, filthy, broke scoundrel to hate that bad, bro. Spo says, y'all go ahead and hit the like button ASAP. ASAPolus, ASAP Rocky, let's go. Ray Smith, shout out to Ego, entire Ego Army. Let's talk some boxing. My man Biz says, don't forget to smash the like button, which is what I've been saying. Sura got a notification. What else you'll say? The insurance laughing my ass off. That's all I'm saying. What's it say? Dank says, Bill is very angry. DAZN won't give him the real numbers. Makes you question if they ripping off the Haneys. Man, look. Hey, these numbers, why? Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm really questioning some people in boxing. So what do y'all think the numbers were for the Regis Prograis fight? Like, this is mind-boggling that people are are so torn about these numbers. You know what I mean? Okay, put it this way. Nothing against the actual performance, but why would you? What was even the standard? Like, why would the numbers be great for that fight? The undercard was butt cheeks. You know, I mean, it wasn't like a great stacked undercard. You have to compete with Christmas and the holidays. Like, I don't understand. Like, what would the numbers have been? Like, hey, Kamal, you petty. Kamal said them numbers sucked. But like, the gate was great. That, you know, that's a great start for Devin Haney in the Bay Area. Like, that's cool. You're not going to win them all. But it's like people are having such a hard time wrapping their head around the numbers potentially being lackluster. But I don't see the confusion. Why would the numbers be great? We got the mineral water today. Like, I'm really asking, why would the numbers be great, bro? In December, lackluster undercard. I don't see this. So what I believe to be happening is that little muff Gervonta Davis is a monster. He's a monster. So y'all got to keep up a facade because you know he's the A side. So all the conversations about Devin Haney, I guess, fake it till you make it. And if the belief is that the numbers were very good, you know, somehow that gives him more leverage, but it really doesn't, to be honest. Like, even if the numbers were great, which I personally have told you, I don't think they were, right? And I've already went over this several times. Even if they were great, that's one event. Gervonta Davis has been putting up numbers. You're not going to catch up overnight. That's like, put it this way. If a star wasn't built overnight, then you can't catch up overnight. This is not like Andy Ruiz type of situation with Gervonta Davis. That's no disrespect to Ruiz. What I mean is, Andy Ruiz blew up and had a glow up overnight because he beat Joshua. That's not the course in the journey for Gervonta Davis. He didn't have a one-off and beat the guy with 3 belts or whatever, and then Gervonta Davis was just put on. It wasn't that at all. It was a slow burn. You know, he had to go from obscurity to beating a champion in Pedraza. He wasn't even the main event in the Pedraza fight. James DeGale and Badu Jack were. So he wasn't even main eventing. So Gervonta has earned his spot. And PBC, Mayweather Promotions early on, Calvin, GTD Promotions, Al Heyman, PBC, whatever, they did a great job of branding him. And Tank made it do what it do with his performances. It wasn't an overnight thing, though. Tank can put up better numbers on any day of the week. I mean, literally, because he fought Pitbull Cruz on a Sunday. And people can't match his live gate from a Sunday fight. Devin needs to take the same risk he did for Kambosos. See, and listen. I'm the best speaker in boxing in terms of longevity, experience, knowledge, what's being said, vernacular, vocabulary. I'm the best. Best in the business. Y'all think I'm just saying that? Best in the business, and it's not even close. So when I say these things, it's pretty easy to follow along. I speak eloquently. I speak English. I speak clear. I know I have a dope audio setup, dope microphone. We've worked on all these things over the years, so you should be able to hear me loud and clear. That being said, people are playing stupid games regarding Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. On my platform, I'm going to always be real and tell you what I see. Ain't no love lost to either side, but I'm always going to keep it real to myself and the sport of boxing. People don't overcomplicate my simple. People are taking something and trying to contort it and confuse it and make it seem difficult to understand. Kamal Oz, I know you see it. I know Kamal, my brother Kamal, I know he sees it regarding this Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. So, for example, I got people, they in the comment section, they was crying in it. All the time they were typing angry, Boxingego, they was crying. They was crying in there. All y'all do is cry. I feast off your tears. You say stupid stuff in the comment section. Not most of you, but there, some of you. Just a bunch of cries and tears and playing dumb and playing games, recycling the same talking points that I've already went over. It's really not hard to understand. Gervonta Davis is the A side. So here's the thing. People keep saying that, Devin Haney has already conceded that Gervonta is the A side. No, he hasn't. How has he okay. If we're being fair and we're being objective, how has he conceded? How has Devin conceded to Tank being the A side with his actions? Sending Tank an offer, allegedly $20 million. That's That's conceding. So the B-side sends the offer. Okay. Strike one. Going on TBV podcast and doing an exclusive interview saying what you will and won't do before negotiations happen. I won't fight at a catch weight. I won't take any rehydration clauses, and I'm not coming back down to 135. Is that conceding your position and recognizing where you're at and your lack of leverage in that given situation? I think not. So that's what I'm saying. What are y'all talking about? They're like, oh, Devin knows he's the A-side. He knows he's the A-side by sending an offer to the A-side? Or he knows he's the B-side, excuse me. But he's already outlined what he won't do. That's not how negotiations typically work in boxing. You don't tell the A-side what you're going to do. They tell you what you're going to do. So that's not conceding to the B-side role. So when you guys recycle the same regurgitated mumbo jumbo and say, oh, how many pay-per-views did Pitbull Cruz sell? How many Pitbull Cruz pay-per-views? How many pay-per-views did Hector Luis Garcia sell? Redundant, irrelevant, stupid for a few reasons. One, those were all in-house fights minus Ryan Garcia. So any of those people that we're naming in recent Rolly, Hector Luis Garcia, all the fights outside of Ryan Garcia, who's with Golden Boy, were in-house fights. So just with that fact alone, it makes negotiating a bit smoother because this is all in-house. Like, ask Top Rank if they have an in-house fight. Is it easier to make the pure in-house fight, or is it easier to make Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin, a PBC guy? But once again, y'all want to play dumb. Okay. It's always going to be harder to make Shakur and Frank Martin. You see how that worked? They're like, oh, they're going to fight. Its terms have been agreed. A week later, they say they're not fighting. Navarrete and Valdez, there wasn't really no issues in making that fight because they both were Top Rank. So what are y'all talking about? And we're going to see what Kamal talking about because he just said $20.
Payday. You want payday. I know that. Payday.
I need a couple of y'all to type payday in the comment section because we got one. Tank had to go across the pond as a B-side to fight a Frank Warren fighter, Liam Harry Kalem. He's put in the work. Haney has done well. That's what I'm saying. No one said that Haney's not doing his thing or bad fighter or whatever. DAZN definitely overpaid him for nondescript opposition after his Showtime deal. Whoop. Shout out to Kamal. Payday. So again, let the classroom and the schooling begin. People keep saying, "Oh, Devin, he knows he's the B-side." Does he? How do you know that you're the B-side, but you're making the offer? I mean, even like y'all, like the worst thing y'all can do. All right, we got a hot seat. Please listen to yourself. Sounds like you don't want the fight. So Fetus or whatever his name is, we got a hot seat. Watch how this works. So yeah, young Fetus, you in the hot seat. You have 1 minute to explain your side. He says, it sounds like I don't want the fight. Based on what have I said that says and stipulates I don't want the fight? Good luck. Hey, Kamal, time him 1 minute and then give like periodic breakdowns. Yeah, let Uncle Fester explain himself. Good luck. We're waiting for your response. Everybody put your popcorn emojis as we wait for young Fetus. We have to wait for young Fetus to type his comment explaining how I don't want the fight. based on something that I said. I don't care what no other YouTuber said or a Facebook like page, a group. I'm talking about what I said. You going off what I said. You dealing with me. Yeah, put your popcorns up. Hey, come on, how much time we got? Shout out to Tom Tucker. Kamal lining them up. Kamal, how much time we got? Jay Reddy, what's up? Notice he went radio silent. You have 30 seconds. Where are they now? VH1. All you have to do is follow up your initial statement that I don't want the fight based on something that I said. And you see everyone keep putting your popcorn. Not too much time. He got probably about 20 seconds. Let's go. I left him on the screen. All right, time's up. Kamal, find Fetus with that little car picture and block him for wasting everybody's time. Who's next? I won who's next. So I'm going to keep cooking. Shooters, remove Fetus. I'm still undefeated. You see how they try to flip it on me? Hold on, let me see what you said, Christina. What's Christina talking about? I would like to see Shakura Twitterson versus Tank, but again, Tank don't want it. So who does Tank want? It's frustrating. He says no to everyone. So what is his plan? Who did he say no to? You in the hot seat. 1 minute on the clock. Let's go. Oh, we're going to have some fun in this one. Hey, Kamal, hit him with the timer. Christina. And that's a dude. That's Caitlyn Jenner. That's a dude under a fake female alias. He said Tank turned down everybody. Who? Who did he turn down? These fans, they be in La La Land. So we got to bring them back to reality. He says he wants to see Shakura Twitterson versus Tank, but Tank don't want it and turned him down. When did this occur? Shakur just fought, y'all got me saying the wrong name. He just fought Edwin De Los Santos and didn't look great in that fight. But where was this offer? What are you talking about? See? You got 15 seconds. Come on, Christina. Breathe. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You got to let it breathe, huh? Yeah. Everybody type, breathe. Oh, you know you done ucked up, right? You said that Tank turned down the fight and said no to everybody. Now you're saying, I don't see any negotiations. Goodbye. Justice. Remove Christina. You've already defaulted. The first thing you said was he turned everybody down, and then you lied with that, and then you said there are no negotiations. So how did he, if there was no negotiations, how he turned everybody down? Makes no sense to me. Toasties. We got to hit him with the Magneto.
Force field. Be gone.
Be gone.
Be gone. Force field. Be gone.
Respawn. How many times do you fart in one day?
Be gone.
Block him too. Ali. You ain't Ali. You disrespecting that name. Hey, block Ali.
Be gone. Be gone.
All right, who's next? Let's get it. Who's next?
Be gone.
And you know what the funny thing is? I got these suckers pressed. They pressed in boxing over little old me. Big money ego. They be so pressed with my opinion. Oh, ego, you're biased for Tank. They be crying in it, bro. They be stuttering and stammering and they don't have nothing to say though. I deal with reality. You chumps don't deal with reality. So back to it. You keep saying that Devin Haney has agreed he's the B-side, but his actions aren't agreeing that he's the B-side. So how does the B-side send the offer? Listen, the can man is back. That's word to Adrian Broner. If you talk reckless in the chat, then use a goner. Listen, I said the can man is back. Anybody can't get it. Word to Adrian Broner. If you talk crap in the chat, then use a goner. So I'm setting the table. Anybody can jump in and prove me wrong in the hot seat right now. If you guys are saying that Devin is admitted that he's the B-side, how are his actions admitting he's the B-side? Shout to Age OSJ. Ego, we need a shout out, Aries. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to my people in Canada. What's up? Aries for life. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, so I'm asking a question. I'm still waiting for an answer. You guys are saying that Devin Haney has agreed he's the B-side, but his actions haven't put him in that position. Don't try to flip, oh, you don't want the fight. Answer the question. So the B-side sends the A-side offer. Question 1. So the B-side gets to declare what weight the fight happens at, like he did on the Boxing Voice. Question number 2. Devin's dad said, Tank ain't it. The Mayweather era's over. Basically said Tank era is over. And he says, you're the ex-face of boxing. That sounds like B-side talk. You're the ex-face. Listen, that's his opinion, and I'm giving you my opinion. I disagree with that. How is Tank the ex-face of boxing, but nobody in boxing has a better year with better pay-per-view numbers? Nobody, including Canelo. Because the Ryan Garcia fight and Tank fight, which Tank was the lead, and his side, PBC and Showtime, were the lead promoter, nobody did better than that this whole year. So how are you the ex-face of boxing? See, you guys have to, I told you, you're not going to pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. See, and this is the thing with opinions. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone got one. I get it. But here's the thing. It's not just about having an opinion. You have to be able to qualify and explain and produce yield results and like receipts for what you're claiming. You can't just say it and, oh, that's my opinion. Like, that's what are we, children? I'm going to ask you again. See, everybody disagree until it's time for the smoke. And I'm giving you the smoke show. I'm taking you to the smoke shop. How is Tank the ex-face of boxing if no one in boxing, including Canelo, outperformed him? Canelo Charlo did not do better than Gervonta Ryan. At the live gate, it didn't sell more pay-per-views. So how are you the ex-face of boxing? So you guys just accept what's being told to you. Or some of you. Not most of you, some of you. And then the numbers are being reported as 50,000, 55,000. And You know, the Haneys, they said we're the new face of boxing. And I think that's why these numbers haven't mysteriously come out, because if you're saying you're the face of boxing and you don't have the stats to back it out, like to back it up, then of course that's why, you know, the live gate had to come out because it's on the commission report, but the numbers is in the tuck. And here's the thing. Why not release the numbers? If there's so much confusion and you could just eliminate this, good riddance, and you can just show the number and no one has to speculate anymore, wouldn't it have been done by now? Like, honestly, come on. Honestly, it throws the shoe. Honestly. Like, honestly, come on. Like, and it's not even just like, oh, showing the number. There's no company that would have a star on their hand and they're not going to glorify it and tell you about that. Because everybody, it's just like going on Instagram. If a chick get pregnant, what she do? She hit up the gram with the ultrasound, you know, holding a little picture. Y'all know y'all seen the BZ with the ultrasound, or she got the hand on the stomach. She got the hand on the stomach, bro. I follow women. Some of y'all men act like women, but I follow like real women. When a chick get pregnant on the gram, this is the picture. Sometimes they do the joint like this. They put it all in the camera, you know what I mean? Or the dude or the girl's holding her belly. That's the go-to prego pic on the gram. Because they're happy. Their family's growing, or first time mother or whatever. They happy. So and some chicks, you know, they got the little trifold menu and showing the kid and sleeping, and they be like that with the kid. You know what I mean? If a chick gets engaged, same thing. You see the rose petals on the ground, guy on bended knee like Boys to Men, and she's posting her W. If her dude like socked her or cheated on her, she might not post that. But everybody posts their highlights and their wins. Stop it. So why would DAZN not post their win? If the numbers truly in America bought pay-per-views beat Lomachenko fight. So a obscure app like DAZN that not everybody has beat ESPN, a channel, and ESPN Plus, which is far more known in America, right? Why wouldn't that be like celebrated? That's like an independent artist outselling Drake or Taylor Swift. You gonna hear about that? Like, man, I just outsold Drake and I'm independent. I just outsold Taylor Swift and I'm independent. Or my music video got more views than Taylor Swift music video and I'm independent. And she signed to a label. Anybody's gonna post their dubs. That's just that's what it is, bro. So the confusion could have been ended if the numbers were, in my opinion, if the numbers were what people are saying. But again, when you jumped out the window and said Devin is right now the face of boxing, you don't want them reports of lowered numbers. But I mean, the reports came out. And see, a lot of y'all is trifling. Like, y'all pick and choose. Dan Rayfield, boxing reporter, he puts out other numbers and then people run with it. Like, explain this. You have people on YouTube that have made videos off of Dan Rayfield posts on numbers. Listen, hear me out. All y'all got to do is listen. You have people right here on YouTube. When Dan Rayfield in the past gave out somebody else's number, let's say Canelo, we'll just use Canelo. He said Canelo Triple G did X, Y, and Z. People use that information. So explain this to me. Use that information, Dan Rayfield's sources, Dan Rayfield's tweet, Dan Rayfield's website, and they reported Canelo's numbers or the Charlo brothers' numbers or David Benavidez, right? But then the same guy reports Devin Haney numbers, and then everybody's disputing them, or those same people that use the same reporter. So now the reporter is not credible, but you used him for previous numbers. So how does that work? Meanwhile, your man Ego has used Dan Rayfield as a credible source for things like numbers in the past. And then I've also made reports about the Devin Haney numbers that he reported as well. So that's what I'm saying. There's a void in the game right now, and some of y'all are falling for it. There's a clear-cut lack of consistency, and some of you guys are falling for it. How is it okay for said YouTuber to report Canelo Triple G3 numbers, for example, based on Dan Rayfield's sources and information, but then he got to be lying about Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis? But for me, this is just business. I'm Nino Brown. It's always business. It's never nothing personal. Like, this is nothing personal. Like, I know some of you guys are taking it personally because you're crybabies, but it's nothing personal. Like, it's not saying Devin is confined forever to this Regis Prograis number. If he fought a more name recognized person, his number will probably go up. That's boxing. And it could just be that, but y'all trying to fight it and try to make it look like everybody else is crazy and hating on Devin and lying. And meanwhile, Tank just bought up his block and people don't even want to talk about it. So where's the real hate? Who's really being hated on? And it's funny because, like, for example, I'm always going to speak my mind on my channel. That's why it's called YouTube. This ain't us tube and we tube and you tell me what to say tube. This is YouTube. You do what you do. You know what I mean? When I'm making videos and reports and giving my truest, purest thoughts, like always, and the information, whether you like it or not, you deem it to be, let's say, pro Gervonta Davis. But if and they're like, oh, you're making too many Gervonta videos. You're a Tank rider or whatever people say, right? But if I was making the same volume, the same quantity of Tank videos, but I was talking bad about him, those same people wouldn't have a problem with it. They say I talk a little fast, so you listen real fast. I ain't got to slow down for you to catch up. I'm going to say it again. You'll look in the comment section, and occasionally you'll have one of these chumps, and they'll say, oh, Ego, you're so biased for Tank, and you're the Tank lover and Tank witness protection. Bet. They're mad because I'm not saying what they want me to say. And they're like, man, how is he going to put out 5 videos and he didn't talk bad about Tank like I want him to? But the same people wouldn't be mad if I put out 5 Tank videos saying his braids was rusty, saying Tank's a ducker, say Tank's a mofo and all that. They wouldn't be mad at that. So it goes to show you the emotionality of these beta males. They just don't want to hear. That's why I will never cater my content to randoms. Now, if Kenya B, Surah, Kamal Oz, Ego's Army, Prince Savage, the usuals, you know, the people I know that I talk to these people, a lot of them outside of boxing, you know what I'm saying? Outside of doing the live stream. Like, we pass information, you know, chat when things happen in boxing, blah, blah, blah. I'll never listen to a bunch of randoms. Prince Savage, no. Prince Savage, do I lie? Am I lying? Me and you don't have correspondence outside of live when nobody's looking? My man from Bompton? Come on, bro. So you tell me who lying. He said, not at all. Told you. I'm gonna put him on the screen. Told you. I don't be lying. But again, it's not the quantity of video or lack of quality or lack of knowledge, or it's not that what I'm saying isn't true. It's they don't want to hear it about Tank. They want me to say, oh, Tank ducking Devin Haney and Tank, he need to fight someone, and Tank duck Lomachenko and all this other goofy stuff that other people are talking about, or these other narratives and talking points. But I don't see that. First of all, I don't even want to talk about Tank Lomachenko. I think Tank will knock the ramen noodles out this man's scalp. So I don't even really want to talk about that. I never even understood that one. I never even understand. Like, Tank, listen, please print that. If they fought, Tank Davis will knock the top ramen noodles out of Lomachenko's brain. Do you see Lomachenko's face after his fights? He be fighting like Miguel Mariaga. And his face, it looked like Lil Wayne face. Bro, his face tattooed like the subways in Harlem. Bro, tell me Lomachenko's face don't be busted up damn near after every fight, especially more recently. Tell me I'm lying, please. Tank, I think Tank will batter Lomachenko. Tank or Cour? I mean, I don't know. I don't really do fight predictions. Listen, Tank versus Devin, Tank versus Cour, that's about the trifecta. That's like the toughest, round robin. That's the toughest round robin. For me, I don't really do fight predictions. There ain't nothing to talk about. See, that's the thing. People say, oh, Ego, you're blocking the fight. How am I blocking the fight? There is no fight. What am I blocking? So I don't really put out, we're not talking about nothing. Like, if there's no actual discussion, like, I don't just throw out, because here's the thing. This is one of the major reasons why I don't do that. Let's say I go on record and give a prediction. My prediction or my thoughts on any given fight is liable to change depending on what changes. So I don't want to have a bunch of loose, like, if there's no fight, I don't want to have a bunch of loose predictions out there and then things change and then people are like, oh, but you said this in the past. That's why I don't really do that. You see what I'm saying? Because boxing is not that type of sport. Boxing is not the type of sport where, like, timing matters, things change over time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ask me Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis, I would probably say Mike Tyson before prison, but after prison, Mike Tyson, then you got to pick Lennox because of the timing. Because I don't think, for me personally, I don't think Mike Tyson was the same after prison in terms of being a fighter. He was still cool, but I think he was more savage. He was more savage before. Like, he was just more complete. And then take it a step further, when Cuss was alive, I think Mike Tyson was the best. You know what I mean? After Cuss died, he kind of like lost his way a little bit. But definitely after prison. So, things change in boxing. No, he wasn't. He became flat-footed and stopped working hard. That's what I'm saying. Because remember what he was... remember that 80s head movement? I'm going to get him. I'm going to beat him. I'm so hungry. How dare you speak to me? And Mike was doing all them drills with the side to side. Like, bro, that's hard to little to get with, that timing. Because he was already like a short stature. You know what I mean? And he's moving all crazy. I'm going to get him. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to eat him. He thinks he's a warrior. He's no warrior. I'm the new Alexander. How dare you step in my dimension? Oh, Lennox, I'm coming. I want to eat your kids. Yeah, he was wilding with Cuss. He was fighting Mitch Green and Cuss was around. Yeah. That Mike was wilding. Man, Tank beat the brakes off Pedraza. One of the funniest things about the Pedraza fight was Pedraza was getting worked the whole fight. And he started making these like whoopee cushion noises. I don't know what to call them. But he was like, whoop, 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 whoop. He was like making these weird like clown noises almost. He said Robert Downey and Mike Tyson in black and white. That's an old school movie. Bro, let's just go watch Tank and Pedraza. He started making these like Charlie Chaplin noises, and Tank just was like, Tank started beating on his chest, and then he started beating the man noodles. He started beating his brains out. Tank was like, Tank had the flavor in there. Like he had some, like, he was just swaggy in that fight. He was stepping to him. And Pedraza's head looking all crazy. Nah, Tank got with him. Lomachenko threw 1,000 punches in round 11 and couldn't stop him. Bro, y'all rate Lomachenko so crazily high, and he had the Pedraza that Tank had beaten already. He had him hurt bad in round 11, and he can't finish his food. Bro, Lomachenko can't finish his food. He is not the GOAT. He couldn't stop Comey. Put Comey in with Tank. He not even that good, bro. Comey had the little tarantulas in his head. Lomachenko was like, told the ref to stop it. The ref said no. The ref told, bro, do you know how, listen how goofy that is. Listen how goofy that is. Lomachenko hurt his man, Comey. He told the ref to stop it. The ref said no. And then he couldn't stop him for like 4 more rounds. That's goofy, bro. You look crazy. You should have just hopped on him and tried to force the stoppage. But now you look dumb that you tried to make the ref stop it, and the referee was like, "Nah, keep fighting." And then you couldn't finish your food after that. Lomachenko got full. His tummy was full. Listen, Tank is one of the best finishers in boxing. I put my list of best finishers in no particular order. Gervonta Davis, Terrence the Demon Bud Crawford. So I got, this is no particular order. Tank Davis, Terrence Crawford, Beterbiev, Inoue, and Benavidez, and Wilder. Hey, that's a cold list. Listen, I tried to limit it to 5, but that's a cold 6. I tried it, like, I couldn't get it down to the 5. That's a cold 6. That's a cold 6. Bro, Wilder, Beterbiev, Benavidez, the boy Bud Crawford, and Gervonta Davis, and I think I missed somebody. Wilder, Tank, Beterbiev, Benavidez, Inoue, yeah. They the best finishers in all of boxing. You know, and then honorable mention would be Jaron Ennis. If Jaron Ennis, but see, the only reason I can't put him up there is because he hasn't been able to fully get all the names for obvious reasons. But he's on his way. Jaron Ennis on his way. He's on his way. But once he start fighting, like once he get the bigger names and it's the same outcome, he on the list too. You see? I'm fair. And I like all styles of boxing. But Tank got something you can't duplicate. Even Devin Haney. Like, this is not, I'm not slighting him. I'm telling you, Devin boxed beautifully. But I'm telling you, from the casual perspective, Tank can box, but he also can knock your kufi off. That's different. It's always going to have a different level of like excitement when your fights are scintillating too, and you can finish. Like Devin did good. He did great versus Regis, but it carried on. Regis looked like he had 2 left feet. You see what I'm saying? So I think Dev has to work a little bit on the killer instinct. You know, closing the show. Because here's the thing, and this is just pure boxing talk. He weighed more than Regis. He was taller than Regis. He was more skilled than Regis. And he came in at 165. For the reference, Devin Haney in his first fight at 140 weighed what Saul Canelo Alvarez weighed versus Mayweather. when he rehydrated. That's a lot of weight. Some of y'all didn't know that because y'all ain't been watching boxing long enough. I'm going to say that again. In Devin's first fight at 140, so he was moving up from lightweight. He was moving up from lightweight. He weighed the same that Canelo weighed when he fought Mayweather at the 152 catch weight, and then the next day he packed on his rehydration weight. And the difference being Canelo was younger, 23, and Canelo was a 154 pounder. That's facts. That's facts. Why y'all try to prove me wrong when you know I'm the GOAT? Honestly, why do y'all doubt me when you know I'm the GOAT of boxing? There's no one in this game that's better than me. I'm the best in the business and it's not close. I don't even see, after all the years I've been in the game, years on the job, consistency, accurate promotions and predictions and stuff, I don't see why y'all would doubt me. But if I got to get doubted, I got to get doubted. If I got to get a Matisse, I'm going to get a Matisse. So since y'all want to doubt me, I'm the best. Showtime pay-per-view. Tonight, it says he weighed 165. This was from the actual telecast. My man tried to correct me. This is the coldest part about the internet is this. People try to correct you only to be wrong. Oh, I thought he was 167. You thought. I don't care what you thought. I'm telling you what it was. There ain't no thought to it. It was what it was. I'm showing you. It says Mayweather 36, Showtime. This is the actual teletape that they put on. So we going with that. I'm not going no back door number. It said 165, do it or do it not. Okay then. Y'all always try to correct me when I'm the GOAT. There's nothing to correct. You can't correct the uncorrectable. Man, who the hell is that? What is that? The tarot card thing. Man, come on, bro. What is that? Hey, block them. Get them out of here. What is that? What is that? Man, get that little Annabelle doll out of here. What is that? What's happening? Get the Annabelle doll. Why y'all letting her in here? Ain't nobody gonna block her. This bitch going crazy. Ain't nobody finna. Okay, thank you. Shout out to Prince Savage. Y'all gonna let this bitch run amok? Y'all gonna let Megan in the chat? You gonna let Megan go bot crazy in my chat? Really? Bro, that's Megan. I seen the movie Megan with the 3 in her name or whatever that movie was called. Megan. No, yeah, Megan. Yeah, that's Megan. Get Megan up out of here. The hell? Gary Antoine man, how's she back? Man, come on, bro. How Megan back in the chat that fast? And she putting scissors. She a barber now. Come on, bro. Y'all gonna let her clip everybody's hair in here? Y'all don't see that? Hold on. Nah, hold on. Nah. Hey, what the? I can see her still. Hold on. Nah, this is no. Because y'all don't believe me now, bro. She back. Y'all, no, y'all try to play me. Y'all can't see her. Hold on, bro. Look, this is what she putting out. You see? I don't know how she doing that. She inside my computer. Hey, she gotta, bro. She in my computer or something. I don't know how she did that, bro. Y'all gonna let her hack me? The fappening, man. Come on, bro. This what the she in my iCloud? How the hell she did that? Bro, she better not get into my iCloud. She found my iCloud. That's crazy. I don't know how my shooter blocked her. I don't know how she did that. Whatever. Hey, get the likes up. Anyway, Tank Davis is the A side. Y'all is mad about it. He said Ghost in the Machine. I remember that movie. That's funny. Hey, Tank is the A side. Who disagrees? I want to pick a fight. Tank Davis is the A side. Who disagrees? I'm trying to pick a fight. See if one of these suckers got some heart and they gonna say something. Tank Davis is the A side over everybody. Who disagrees? I'm trying to pick that fight. All right, Hebrew Israelite. Let's hear your argument. Oh, hold on. I put the wrong person. So you made me. Bro, who is that? Man, you old fake French Montana looking motherfucker. Huh? Bro, you don't get French Montana off my screen. Okay, why you disagree, French? Hey, man. Man, we block people for less. You don't want to do that, bro. Don't do that. The shooter, you lucky they didn't clip you. I'm about to fry you. We was about to Five Guys fry you and give you a bag of peanuts. Somebody said French Santana, huh? Hey, I'm done. I'm so done. Okay, for the umpteenth time, Janard Hill says, I agree Tank is the A side. Even Devin and Bill said Tank is the A side. But did they act like it, in your opinion? So saying something, like you can say I'm sorry and not really be sorry. So do you think the Haneys and the Haney like diehard fans are acting like the B side? That's my question to you. Again, anybody can say anything. You can hit your sibling and then your mom makes you apologize. You're not really sorry. You're just saying sorry because you got caught and your mom is making you. That's where we're at. Listen, I hate to say this, but I feel like a lot of these talking points kind of came up from the Haneys, though. If we're being fair and we're being unbiased, they called Tank the ex-face of boxing. They said we're not, like, Devin said he would go to 135 for the right fight numerous times, even at his media day before the Regis fight. He balloons up to 165 at the Regis fight, and I guess it started feeling good to him. And then after, he said, I ain't going back down to 35. So again, people can change their mind, but you said within a month time, two different things. Do you see what I'm saying? No, there's no one else's like fault. You did that. Subriel Matias is waiting for that Haney offer. We ain't gonna be waiting because I don't see that fight happening. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Ty. Ty ain't gonna eat no IHOP. That's funny. He says it's like they acknowledge Tank's A side status, but at the same time, they're trying to make it known that Devin isn't conceding to weight stipulations. And that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I'm not going to say you don't want to fight, but if you put a bunch of prerequisites or criteria before the negotiations, then you have to know that there's a chance you don't get the fight. We'll say it like that. That's the honest opinion. I'm gonna say it again. If you have not started negotiating, what is negotiation for? Let me know why do people negotiate? Somebody define why in the sport of boxing people would negotiate. What is it to negotiate? Anybody give me your best description or definition of what a negotiation is and why you would do it in the sport of boxing. Very simple. Define negotiation and why would you use it? Like what would you use it for? Kamal said Gary Antoine Russell called out Haney. $2. Appreciate you, Kamal. I didn't see that. He said give and take. Shout out to Gerard and Surah. He said fair dealing. Okay. So by definition, you're almost doing the opposite of negotiating if you publicly declare what you will and won't do before you enter deep negotiations. So that's almost like an oxymoron. That's like if a chick said, I'm fat, skinny. You're fat, skinny. Like, I mean, portions of your body might be skinny, but you fat. Like, what are we talking about? So that's why I never had faith that this fight would be next. I didn't do all that because before you get to, I'm going to say that and I'm going to stand on that. I stand on business. You haven't got to negotiations and you're telling what you will and won't do publicly. Because first of all, let's simplify this. Even if that was your demand, why publicly tell it? Tell Tank that at the negotiating table. And then when his team, or if his team says, hey, no, we got to put a rehydration clause. That's when the negotiation and the back and forth and revised contracts and all that come in. So to be honest, this whole thing, it never seemed like it was going to grow any legs because it's a backwards way of handling the situation. Ryan Garcia's dad even said that. He said, Bill Haney's going about it wrong, call Al. And here's the thing. Ryan, at least, I'm not talking about skills or style and all that, but the perception was he was bigger probably than Devin in general, like in terms of his appeal and his market value, right? If Ryan had just answered these simple questions, if Ryan Garcia was considered a bigger name, whether you agree with it or not, he was considered a big name and a big fight for Tank. That's why the fight did $1 million plus, right? So he had to concede to Tank. Why would Devin not have to concede? Now, I guess some people could argue, oh, but Devin was undisputed. But that's not really a good argument because, you fought George Kambosos, which we give credit to the Kambosos, but you had to fight one guy for all the belts. So you really, I really, this why it gets a little chippy when you get an undisputed title from one guy, unless it's a consensus like an Errol Spence. Crawford fought one guy for undisputed, but that was the one guy that everyone said could beat Crawford, and Crawford beat him. Nobody that I know had Kambosos beating Devin. You see what I'm saying? Nobody. So it's not really a fair, at least you could say Crawford walked through fire to fight the guy that people thought, including me, thought could beat him. Now, I don't really know anyone that was picking Kambosos that wasn't Australian, that was really, really hardcore picking him, not out of hate, but they were being fair, being objective, and they were like, oh yeah, I think Kambosos is going to work him. So Tank's still the ASAP, bro. So yeah, I told you I'm not big on like public negotiations. It don't really get you nowhere. And like, let me talk about this angle, because y'all know I got angles. Let me say this. Imagine saying that Tank was ducking for the last 2 weeks since Devin Haney fought, right? I just want you to put your thinking caps on and imagine. So imagine saying, oh, Tank is ducking, Tank's scared, Tank's yellow belly. When is Tank going to send the contract? All these things that I've read, you know what I mean, over the last 2 weeks since Devin had a great performance versus Regis Prograis. And then yesterday happened, and all that comes to a screeching halt, because it's then revealed that Tank Davis was handling grown man business in his city of Baltimore, buying his old block up to renovate and establish, you know, a new world order of affordable housing and give back to the community that raised him. That's just way bigger than boxing, because we're talking about almost like humanitarian. And I get it, it's real estate, so he'll make money and stuff like that, but he's still giving back. Not everyone, because if that was the case, if everyone could do that, everyone would do that. Everyone would go back to the impoverished neighborhood they grew up in, and then they would revamp it. So that's very noble and very honorable. So imagine being the person who, for the last 2 weeks, has been saying, "Oh, when's Tank gonna respond to Devin, and when's he gonna send the contract?" Meanwhile, he's sending contracts to contractors so he could get the building and start moving ground. You look dumb as a mother, because that's the thing. Some of y'all live on social media, and the funny thing is, I get paid off of this. Like, Facebook just sent me a check. I get paid off of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And I don't even be on here when I'm not working like some of y'all be on here for free. Right? And since some of you guys just live on your phones and live on social media, you expect that everybody does that. Like Tank is just sitting around every day, not doing anything, not getting with his family, not getting up with his team, not making no plans, not working on his next fight. He's just sitting up here watching Bill Haney or Devin Haney interviews, or Shakur, or any slew of, you know, whoever's calling him out. It's dumb. It's dumb. And I said that. Like, for example, since some of you guys have like pea brains, I hate to say it, but you got pea brains, right? So you think you have no concept of boxing and, you know, the business of boxing and how it works. Like, for example, for all we know, they could have Tank's next fight lined up. They got a brand new deal with Amazon Prime. It could be done, and we just don't know it. Y'all go off of Tank putting cryptic tweets and deleting it. Oh, when's Al gonna call me? I don't know what that is about. I don't know what he's talking about, but how do I even know? He could be joking. I don't know. It might be an inside joke. Al might have told him, like, pull these people, like, yank their chain. I don't know. But I don't read into all that stupid stuff. For all we know, they could have been working on Tank's next fight, and they trying to, you know, get the Amazon thing. And y'all saying, oh, he's ducking, he's da-da-da-da. Nobody's going to sit and wait for a person to fight before they decide to make their moves. That would be like this. Shout out to my man Caesar. Let's go, Caesar. He said, facts, Amazon made a great move. Big facts. Bro, Leonard Ellerby just posted this. Hey, I need y'all to get the likes up, though. I haven't really been, like, on it, but we got to get the likes up. Can we do that real quick? So Leonard Ellerby just posted Amazon. They occasionally get like NFL games, and they got one and just aired it. That sucker did 10.6 million views on Amazon. But they don't hear me though. If you heard what I said, type the number I just said. I got to see if y'all paying attention. If y'all was paying attention, type the number I just said. I don't want a bunch of idle listeners. Nobody was paying attention. Okay. Shout out to B-Dog. Shout out to Kenya B. Okay. Shout out to Crema. Okay. Some people were listening. Great. So for those who are just joining or weren't listening, Leonard Ellerby posted something like, let's go Amazon or something. Because Amazon got y'all want me to show y'all? I could show y'all. Y'all want me to show you the actual tweet? Would that help y'all? Yes or no? You want me to tell you or show you? Because I could do both. All right, Kenya B said yes, so I got to show. Because Kenya B said it. Kenya B said it. Okay. Look, there's Leonard, there's me. So Leonard Ellerby said, let's go Amazon, right? Y'all see that? Let's go Amazon. Jedi Goodman, and keep in mind, this is the guy that posted the commission report for Devin Haney as well. I told you he's good with the numbers. It says week 16, Thursday night football on Amazon Prime. I said 10.6. It did 10.1. My bad. And Leonard said, let's go Amazon. That's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all, I cannot wait because a lot of y'all are idiots. And I don't think you understand like the ramifications and the potential impact. I said, man, crazy numbers, to which Leonard Ellerby says, man. So he knows the future is bright. So let's put that in some context for the people at home watching. What does that mean? Now, I understand the NFL is different than boxing, but come on, bro. Amazon just did 10 million plus views on a Thursday night football. Yeah, Jedi Goodman get busy with them numbers. Shout out to B-Dog. You ain't never lie. Bro, 10 million is insane ratings for a Thursday. I don't know what game it was, but still, that's a lot of numbers. Do you understand the potential impact that this has for boxing? That's fire. And the only people mad is the suckers hating. And the people, like, imagine if Tank get a good little opponent and they put him on pay-per-view, like for one of the early Amazon shows. He could do crazy numbers. I'm done. My boy Caesar said Amazon the Suge in boxing. Come to Amazon. Facts. Bro, that's a crazy number. So imagine like Frank Martin versus El Rayo on regular Amazon. Like you could watch it on Thursday or Friday, Saturday, whatever day they did it. Frank Martin versus Rayo. And you could just pull out the little app or whatever, however, because they're really trying to make a play for live sports. So it's like they got the movies. Now they got the live sports. I see the vision. And one thing I know about Amazon is they know how to promote. Their promotion go crazy because I use Amazon. I got Amazon packages all day today. So I look at the boxes and it's like new Ninja Turtles movie or, you know, Frozen or something. They'll have different wrapping and packaging or like little flyers. They've had little stuff like, you know, place cards and stuff in the box. That has a potential to be very big for us in boxing, which is great. And honestly, the moves I keep seeing Tank make, unless he loses or something crazy, no, how can you catch up to him, bro? In terms of the A-side stuff. If let's say Crawford and Spence fight a rematch, and then the next fight is Tank Davis and whoever. Even like the funny thing is this, even if he fights Pitbull, bro, Pitbull on Amazon, I think that'll go up. You guys could, and here's the thing. The fans, they're gonna complain, I don't want to see Pitbull Cruz. Shit. There's some Mexican fans that want to see it, and some Latino fans that want to see it. So we don't care what your dumb ass want to see. You see what we show you. Yeah, you see what we show you. You ain't got a choice. It's United States of Boxingego now. But here's why I know it's cap. Because these dudes always talk about what they don't want to see, and then they watch it. Boycott it then. How about that? Listen, all the YouTube channels that hate Tank and put out 99.999 to 100% negative Tank news, negative nigga news, right? Boycott Tank. Yeah, do that. So if he fights Pitbull Cruz, boycott it and say, hey, I'm standing for something. I don't like Tank. If he ain't fighting Devin Haney, then I ain't watching. Boycott it. Don't talk about the all accesses. Don't talk about the buildup. Don't talk about this person on the scales and the weight. Don't do ego weight watch. Don't do none of that. How about that? Let's do it like that. See, I don't have no problem with no fighter, so I talk about anything. I'm not defined. I don't hate no fighter. So I definitely talk about what I want to talk about. Kenya said their analytics would be trash. That's what I'm saying. It's fashionable. He's in that Floyd Mayweather space where it's now fashionable to hate on Tank. So, and you know it's crazy? Some of the people that defended Floyd Mayweather against like old media and stuff like that hate on Tank. Tank going through some of the same trials and tribulations, either personal life, being a young man and having little things pop up, or court before a fight. They have a lot of like analogous situations, and then like the level of hate. How you defend Floyd, but you don't defend his protege in Gervonta Davis? You see what I'm saying? And old media is doing the same thing that they did to Floyd. That looks sketch to me. See, that's what I'm saying. Boxing, the lines are now blurred, where it's like people, like a lot of my fan base is American, and you got Americans hating on the most popping American, Gervonta Davis. What kind of sense does that make? Gervonta has the most exciting style out of all the people in his age group. Tell me I'm lying. Nah, I mean, not age group, weight class. Consistently, time and time again, does he not have, out of all the, what do they say, the four horsemen? Hold on. Let's be real. Out of that four horsemen picture, Tank consistently has a style that you are familiar with that is always exciting to watch. Complete fighter, great fighter, boxes, can bang, can finish you, can get you out of there, can drop you, can make you quit. He had like the whole thing. And like, I'm talking about the whole thing, like the build up, pushing Rolly off the stage. The Rolly press conferences were hilarity. You trash Booker T. We already ready to go to 40, bro. All that. The charisma. It's always a consistent package. Teofimo, very good fighter. Not always consistent. People didn't think he was going to lose to Kambosos. People thought he looked better versus Pedro Campa. You know, people didn't think he was going to. I thought he lost to Sandor Martin. Even Shakur's been very consistent, but his last performance, I would say, isn't. But he's not necessarily a finisher, so he don't have that. You know what I'm saying? He don't have that finisher. You know what I mean? And the same thing with Devin. Devin will box you up. He's looking good, but Killer Instinct in terms of like close the show. You're not always. I don't even know like the last Haney like actual knockout. I mean Antonio Moran or someone like that. I'm talking about like recently. Loma, no. Jojo Diaz, no. Regis Prograis, no. Who else? Cambosis in 2 fights, no. You see what I'm saying? So it's just mind-boggling that you have an American fighter who is the full spectrum of what boxing fans like or whatever, or what they like in other fighters. But somehow everybody is like, cultish in hating Gervonta Davis. That doesn't even make sense. And then when I make videos speaking my honest opinion, like, damn, Tank's a beast. Why y'all, you know what I mean? Why is everyone so like up his ass? You know what I mean? I make 5 videos. Let's say I make 5 videos about it, right? They say, oh, you're a Tank lover. Why you making so many pro Tank videos? But you're not saying motherfuckers making 10 videos dissing Tank. Why is it just me? Why is it just me? Because again, like I always say, if they don't want to hear it, they don't want to hear it. That's what that means. They just don't like what you're saying. It doesn't mean anything about, is it true? Is it not true? It's they don't want to hear it. You don't say nothing to anybody who is making continual Tank diss videos. Oh, Tank need to step up. Tank duck Lomachenko. Tank is a loser. Tank beat somebody or got in an argument. If it's negative, you don't say nothing about it. But you mad because you can't control me and because I'm not going to go out and say a bunch of stuff I don't believe in. When Tank fight, I always get my money worth. Even when I've covered his fights. Even when I cover, because, it's an expense. I got to pay for hotel, flights, food, lodging. You know what I mean? The whole thing is me. I eat it. I have to eat everything. I've been to fights where, you know what I mean? I was like, man, I should have stayed home for this one, because I didn't get no crazy footage. Every time I go to a Tank, it's crazy. Like we were in this small room for Tank Gamboa. I don't know why they put the weigh in there. It was like a club and he pushed him. Bro, we ate off them clips. Everybody. But see, that's what I'm saying. We have a level of sliminess, a level of snakiness in this boxing game where people will use Tank's name for clickbait, but then they never conveniently have anything positive to say about him. Like, just do me a favor. All the boxing channels, right, on YouTube, use your brain and just peruse through like a month worth of content, any month, right? And make a mental playlist of how many videos have something to do with Tank Davis. Just that's all I want y'all to do. On YouTube, you can make a playlist, right? So just scan and make a mental playlist of how many Gervonta Davis videos are being produced on YouTube by any given creator. So when you start doing that, then you'll come to the realization that Tank is the A side in that dude because he seems to be the talk of the town. When you start putting the facts and pen to paper, or at least doing it mentally and putting in the mental Rolodex, you'll see there's like 50 videos a month, 100 videos a month from any given creator or a few creators talking about Tank. Like, it don't even have to be his fight, though. It could be Shakur Edwin. It'd be like, oh, Shakur, is he ready for Tank after this? You know what I'm saying? It's just always be about Tank. So there's no, like, that's the funny thing about a hater. The hater they don't want Tank to be on top, but by speaking his name incessantly, like he's Beetlejuice, like he's Candyman, you just keep saying his name, you're only propping him up, making him bigger. Just like Boxingego. All the people, they be crying, oh, why is Ego like keeping it real with all fighters? And then the stream, it'd be like Showtime stream, it don't have nothing to do with me. People be like, Boxingego sucks. They still talking about me though. So I want y'all to do that. I want y'all to just take a mental note of how much Tank clearly matters to YouTube, and it doesn't have to be YouTube, Facebook groups, and all that. See how much Tank. So it's like, my thing is this, is like, we live in a time full of weirdos. They claim to hate something, but won't stop talking about the thing they hate. Who does that? Like my sister, she don't uck with lima beans. Ever since we was little, my sister does not like lima beans. She never liked them. I'm pretty sure my sister will go the rest of her life and not like, she'll never like, she won't even talk about lima beans. The only time that someone would know is if the conversation got brought up. You dig what I'm saying? Like, she's never liked lima beans. She doesn't talk about lima beans because she doesn't like, she don't even look on the shelf. If she's at the grocery store, she's just going to push the cart past the lima bean section because she don't uck with lima beans. You see what I'm saying? People don't do that with Tank. They don't like him, but everything's about him. Weird. You don't like lima beans, you don't like lima beans. Cool. Don't cook with them. Don't eat them. Why are you talking? Who just wakes up and, you know what I can't stand? Lima beans. Lima beans suck. They're the worst bean out there. Okay, we get it. They suck. Don't eat them. I mean, what did y'all want me to say? Fort Greene. He said, Tank's name is constantly out there just as much, if not more than Devin's. Ego, you definitely don't suck, bro. They capping. Oh, yeah, I already know. I know they capping. That's all they do. That's all they do online is cap. Listen, and like I said, I'm not, on my channel, I don't play favorites. I tell you my opinion. You know, Devin has a bright future. Shakur has a bright future. Tank, he's the man. Like, I'm just giving you my honest opinion. And I'm not doing all that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to pit me against the fighters and all that type of weird stuff. I just tell you my opinion. And the funny thing is, you have a lot of people who are crying about my opinion. Like, oh, hey, well, you're a Tank lover and all that. They start, when they don't have the actual thing to use against you, they just make it up. Do you understand? I have never given a Tank versus Devin fight prediction on what would happen ever. Listen, I will give you $10,000 Cash App if you provide in the next 24 hours, not no AI, but my actual voice of me giving a prediction of what would happen if Devin Haney fought Gervonta Davis. You will not find that. You will not. Because I told you, I don't even give. Why would I give a bunch of fight predictions to fights and matches that are not made? I don't do that. I don't. There's certain things I don't do, and that's always been one of them. I'm not doing a bunch of fight predictions for fantasy fights. Who does that? That's weird. I make money. I got things to do. I ain't sitting around. Oh, what would happen if two guys who aren't fighting were to fight? Like I don't sit, because you have to understand, to be as great as I am, you have to understand this. To be this great, it requires discipline and honing your skill. So when there's a big fight, I study. Whether I'm right or wrong, I study. I actually watch tape of fighters, look for patterns, look to see what people are doing, flaws, shortcomings, strengths, weaknesses, activity, brush up on all these things. That's why that's another reason why I'm not doing a bunch of nonsensical predictions. But y'all jump ahead of yourself. Oh, here you go. I never even gave a fight prediction for Devin. Devin might win. Tank might win. I don't know. I'd have to see when they fought, what the terms are of the fight. You know, what's the timing like? You know, so all that matters. So I never even gave a fight prediction. But then you have idiots who say, I'm blocking the fight. Why would I block the fight? I don't have a horse in the race. They can fight tomorrow. You know, it'll make a lot of money from my channel, but so will any other fight. The things that I'm saying is not to prevent the fight. It's telling you how it's going to go. You can respect it or accept it because you ain't going to check it on my mama. I said respect it and accept it because you ain't going to check it on my mama. You can get mad, but the business of boxing is never going to be dictated by a bunch of crybaby dickheads crying about, oh, Tank, and crying on Twitter. That the bottom line is what matters in making fights and the negotiations and the terms. Like, that's how the fight gets done. Shout out to my man, Zachy Ross. He said, I ucks with you, G. Baltimore to the Bay. Much love. Shout out to my people in B-More. See, I told you, I'm good. I'm good in the Bay and I'm good in B-More. Promise you that. Because, I mean, I'm good anywhere. Anytime. Bro, there's nowhere I can't go. When you keep it this real, you good anywhere, bro. So anyway, it's not even, people jump into the fight prediction. Who would win? Why would I care who would win? How do you even put out a fight prediction of Tank versus Devin and you don't even know the terms of the fight? You don't know what weight it'll be at. You don't know the timing of the fight. Like, has Tank been out the ring for 2 years? How can you have a fight prediction? Do you see what I'm saying? Listen to me. I'm going to ask again. How can one have a fight prediction for a fight that is not even a thing? Like even Wilder Joshua. They say Wilder and Joshua are finna fight next year if they win their fights tomorrow. You know, you could say, I think this happens, but at the same time, what if someone gets dropped tomorrow? What if Otto Vailene knocks out Joshua, drops him? If you were going to say Anthony Joshua beats Wilder, what if he don't get past Otto Vailene? That's not going to change your opinion on what would have happened versus Wilder. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't just arbitrarily throw out predictions, because everything matters in boxing. Timing, activity versus inactivity, terms of the contract. Is there a catchway? Is there rehydration? Is there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have all that knowledge to really give, like, in my opinion, I would say Wilder would beat Joshua, but if he looked horrible versus Joseph Parker tomorrow, or if he lost, then maybe that changes my opinion. You know, so I'm not saying you absolutely can't have an opinion of what you think would happen, but it just doesn't make sense when you don't have all the details. Like, what's the date? Boxing is it's simple, but it's complicated. It's not like a mathematical equation. Oh, like triangle theories don't work. Oh, this guy beat this guy, so he must beat this guy. That's not how it works. You got to factor in conditioning, timing, activity, chin, weight drain. There's a lot of stuff. So, you know what I mean? I ain't never gave no fight prediction for no Tank and Devin Haney. He said, facts, we seen it with Errol and Bud. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to, if Errol fought Bud after the Kell Brook fight versus fighting him off a year from the Ugas fight, maybe it's a different fight. Everything, you know what I mean? Or if Bud fought Kell Brook instead of Errol Spence when Errol Spence fought Kell Brook, coming off the Triple G loss. Bud had some issue with Kell Brook a little bit, you know what I mean? So a fresher Kell Brook, who knows, because Bud was just coming up to that weight class and like starting to fill out, you know what I'm saying? So everything matters in boxing. Just like I think with Benavidez and Canelo, I feel like Canelo is actually foolish. He should have took Benavidez already, because now you're just giving him more ammunition. You're like, his head is getting bigger. So now you're making it worse. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you would have fought Benavidez like when he was fighting Ron Gavril, something like that, like, yeah, you might have, you know what I mean, might have got with him off experience. But you waiting, and Canelo keep waiting. Wait till that fight happen. We gonna see. And like this, I'm not saying like Canelo can win, Benavidez can win for sure. I have my theory on what would happen, but we have to see it happen. You know what I mean? But all I know is you're waiting, and Benavidez is getting like hungrier and better, and now he has a defining win. You know, I mean, he had Darrell and Caleb Plant, but now he got the Andre. You just making the Mexican monster more of a Mexican monster. So good luck with that. Shout out to Trey B. He says, salute, Ego. Appreciate you for always keeping it 100. I mean, that's what I'm here. Some people act like they don't want boxing to win. I want boxing to win. So that's why I handle business how I handle it. Because this is my baby. This is my sport. I want boxing to win. You know what I mean? Some people act like they want, like, if it's negative, like I said, Jermell Charlo get a mugshot. I'm not condoning what he did because I don't respect that. I don't respect that at all. But at the same time, that's in everybody's news cycle and everyone's news feed. Tank give back to the block, buy the block up, you know. And somebody left me a comment that said people aren't making videos about it. They're making shorts. You know what I'm saying? I'm making like people making videos about Jermell Charlo with the mugshot, but then we're going to whisper about Tank giving back to his community. But then the screams that Tank is ducking Devin Haney is loud. You see what I'm saying? Man, just hear what I'm saying. When people are talking about the people who are saying that Tank is ducking, they're screaming that he's ducking Devin Haney. They screaming it. He does something good, you don't hear the same volume. That's all I'm saying. It ain't the same volume. See, if it's good news or bad news, I'm always at the same volume. You see what I'm saying? I cover and approach every topic with the same level head. I'm level-headed with everything I do. Mr. Perfect, just like wrestling. Bret the Hitman Hart, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. The best in the business, you know what I mean? So I approach everything the same way. I like, there's not a job that I'll do where I don't do it to the best of my ability, including YouTube. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, people can hate and whatever. We'll see when Tank's numbers come back and his live gate come back, and we'll see, you know what I mean? And here's the thing. Have you noticed the people who are hating on Tank the most have no access to him? Did y'all hear me? The people who are hating on Gervonta Davis the most have no access to him. Meaning, have they ever covered Gervonta Davis's fight credentialed? Have they ever had a sit-down interview with Gervonta Davis? Does he do phone interviews with them? You see what I'm saying? I ain't never seen it. I got Gervonta's number on my phone, you know, and maybe he changed his number. I don't know, because I don't be hitting him up. And you see what I'm saying? So I just find that funny. Some people, like, my reporting style doesn't change based on access. Like, if a fighter didn't interview with me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're gonna lose your fight if I don't think you're gonna lose the fight. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. Notice the people that do the most hating on Gervonta have no access to him. So imagine if Gervonta Davis was giving out interviews like Skittles, Taste the Rainbow, and he was on all bunch of like YouTube channels. You think the consensus would be that Tank sucks and all that as bad? Probably not, because you would have to respect the man for coming on your platform and respect, you know, the time. And you would want to probably nurture that relationship. So, yeah, I run a tight ship. Or it's probably not no other black people. It could be some real white supremacy funny business. Remember black? Oh, you talking about the burning? Yeah, I don't know. That was foul. That was definitely foul. That looked like some hate. See, and somebody was like, oh, it was probably a crackhead. But the timing is crazy. So a crackhead the day after Tank announced that he bought the block up, conveniently a dope fiend burned the building up that he bought. Like, come on, bro. I don't know. That sounds too convenient. A little too convenient. Literally less than 24 hours after he announced. No, people was like, go watch that video I did on that. People was in my comment section talking about, oh, there was some base heads off fentanyl or something. Like, bro, it ain't even been 24 hours since he announced that, and then conveniently it burned up. Like, they could have burned it up before the press conference, anything. It just, right after that, that's when it happened. I don't know, bro. That looks suspect. Anyway, everybody have a good Friday. I'm going to get something to eat. I will be back with more heat. We will do the watch party tomorrow. If you want to order the fight, use my ESPN Plus link. Listen, if you're ordering the fight, I will have the link in the description to order the Wilder AJ card. Use my link. It does help the channel. The Day of Reckoning. Watch party tomorrow. Peace.